Hello. Today we are going to have a Burke's First Brave New Worlds pretend battle. This is all in practice for Burke's Spring Assault 3 1,000-point battle on a 4x4 field. This field actually has a name. It is called Shale. It is not difficult terrain, even though it looks like you're seeing lava everywhere, and yes, that terrain in the middle of the field is actually moving. It's going to be a battle of 1,000 points of Sisters of Battle versus 1,000 points of Space Wolves. We have 12-inch deployment. It is an objectives battle. This large Dreadfleet rock here and large Dreadfleet rock here, English, are our objectives for the game. They're going to give us an extra 200 victory points if we hold them at the end of the battle. If you contest them, you get an extra 100 victory points. An additional mission special rule was that if you have destroyed all of your enemy heavy support, or of course if they didn't take any like myself, the enemy also gets an additional 100 victory points. These are consistently used rules that have been in Burke's Spring Assaults in the past. So we're going to start off with the Sisters of Battle explaining their 1,000-point list. This is Mike, their player.
How's it going? Alright, what I'm running here is 2 Exorcist tanks and 2 10-man sister squads with 2 melty guns each in 2 rhinos. And in the middle is Saint Celestine inside of a Seraphim squad with 2 hand flamers, and although it looks like a power sword, it will be an eviscerator by Burks.
In addition to this squad here happens to have a melt-a-bomb as well. Let's see, that's it for the Sisters of Battle. On our Space Wolf side, we have an extremely themed list. Being the brilliant guy I am, my Space Wolf drop pod is sitting in the other room, so that'll be out here by the time we start. This is a 6-man Grey Hunter squad. They have a melt-a-gun and then 5 regular guys that are just there to give me attacks and crack grenades. This is Canis Wolfborn on top of his big purple wolf, riding along with 2 Thunderwolf cavalry. Both of them have storm shields, one of them has a thunderhammer. A 5-man Forensian wolf unit, oh, man, funny. A Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf with a thunderhammer and storm shield, along with 3 Thunderwolf cavalry, all with storm shields, and one of which has a thunderhammer and storm shield. Really straightforward. Good luck to me.
Good luck.
We're going to have our little roll-off here to see who's going to deploy where. I should probably be smart enough to note that our battlefield goes side to side. So we will have long table edge deployment for 12 inches into the field. Our roll-off. So I got a 2 and he got a 1, so I'm going to get to decide where I deploy and who takes first turn. Having our little discussion that we had earlier, I'm going to take the drop pod and Mechanicon, or I guess I should say,
Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yes, Adeptus Mechanicus, thank you. Structure, and you're going to have the ruins and the Imperial trenches that we've built. I feel like I should make a note here about the terrain on the field. These trenches are some sci-fi terrain that we found and seem pretty awesome. And so they have some openings on them that guys can just walk in. Obviously, these are for people to run out had they happen to have lost a leadership check. They give a fortified save. It's actually pretty thick, really awesome. Guys are going to stand and just be able to see over top. So they can be seen, and they get a 3+ cover save from in here, meaning if they go to ground, they have 2+. This is basic ruin, meaning 4+. These are, what do we want to say, 5+ rocks? Yeah, all right. 5+ rocks. Even the objectives, which happen to be pretty big rocks. 4+ ruin as well, and then ruin drop pods. We've put smoke on the top of them kind of to say like they landed and were already destroyed in a previous battle, and so they're no longer dangerous terrain, but they are difficult terrain. Alright, and then our ridiculous center thing.
The cover save for the drop pods, 4 up?
Yeah, 4 up. 4 up seems good. I don't know what to say about this thing. I mean, they gave big obstructing rocks a 4 up, so I guess we can say that.
Yeah.
Do we want to call it dangerous to be on the middle portion?
Yeah.
Alright, so dangerous to be on the middle portion. That's a Stargate portal, and if you ever have been to a Dave & Buster's in your lifetime, this is a rotating picture frame. It's 1,900 tickets. Pretty pathetic, but cool moving terrain if you want to get it. Alright, we will see you at the start of turn 1. Oh my god, it's moving! No, we're at the start of the first turn. Alright, so, where we left you last, we were not deployed, and now we are. I have taken on the Space Wolf side a Wolf Lord and 2 Thunderwolf Cavalry, Canis and 3 Thunderwolf Cavalry, and a 5-man Forensian Wolf Squad. On my first turn, I'll be landing with this stunning drop pod made out of plasticard, and this squad The sisters have decided to deploy themselves in a split deployment. What they've done is managed to split so that their heavy support are on either side of the field. So if I really want that extra 100 points that he got for free against me, I have to spread my army out to get both Exorcist Rhino with Sister Squad, Exorcist Rhino with Sister Squad, and Seraphim with Celestine. So what we're going to have happen here is Mike, our good man here, is going to take his check to see if he can seize the initiative from me. That is not a 6. Alright, so what I've done on many a game is taken bizarre and extremely risky deep strikes with my drop pods, because I'm Imperial, so I believe the Emperor protects. Mike has a really awesome castle over here that for me to drop pod against is really risky. Whereas over here, I have a little bit better of a chance of hitting his Exorcist without him getting the cover save he wants. So I'm going to drop over here in this tiny corner where I'm probably just going to fall off the planet. Alright, so for your viewing pleasure, we're going to see if I manage to do exactly that. That's a hit? Yeah, okay, so the Emperor protects. We'll see you at the end of the first turn. So, bottom of turn 1, no shock on the Space Wolf side. They accomplished nothing. While my drop pod did land in a really awesome place, you will notice it is sans occupants now, because they've all been obliterated by shots from the Seraphim. Yeah, not assault, from shots from the Seraphim. My melting gun did manage to penetrate the Exorcist and only got a 1, so at AP 1 it became a 2. He can't shoot because he has extra armor and his other Exorcist shot at my Thunderwolves, managed to deal 1 wound to a regular guy with a Storm Shield, and he popped one of my Frenzian Wolves with a Storm Bolter. We're at the start of turn 2. Alright, so we are in the second turn assault phase. My stunning shooting phase did nothing but movement, so at the bottom of the start of the second turn, I've made it all the way to the other side of the field. So I have Canis and his 3 Thunderwolves in assault with the Exorcist and the Rhino. Sadly, Seraphim weren't within range to make that magical split assault happen. The Wolf Lord and the Thunderwolf Cavalry have surrounded the Rhino, and the Frenzian Wolves have hit the Exorcist. My hope is that I can pop the Rhino, make the guys come out, and then not have enough range to deploy so that they die by default. Good luck on that, though. Alright. We'll come back after the rolls and let you know. So a little bit of a different picture at the end of the first turn. The Rhino has been wrecked, which is why it has a fire on top of it. Same with the other one. The sisters did manage to disembark and pass their pinning in both squads. That Exorcist has been immobilized, and the other one's missing because I blew it up. Good times. Let's see what happens at the bottom of the turn 2 assault phase. So Sisters of Battle had a full Battle Sister squad, a Seraphim squad, and another Battle Sister squad, and an Exorcist lay fire into my units. I managed to make every single save with Canis' squad, and I failed 1 save on my Lord and 1 save on my Thunderwolves. His Seraphim, or Sisters, shot, and I did another wound to my Lord, so they're the only wounds I took that turn. We went into the assault phase. His Seraphim squad jumped me. I made all my saves again, ridiculous, and managed to kill 3 sisters. And I have to find out what my 4 wolves do. That poor little Exorcist, so let's do that really quick. It's going to just be 8 quick hits. They auto-hit because he's immobilized. So I need 6s, of which there are 2. And it immobilizes again, so it loses its gun. And it can't move or shoot. So the wolves managed to eat the Exorcist cannon as well. That is a dreadful shame. We will see you at the bottom of the third turn. Bloody turns. We've been in the assault for my turn and his turn, and that's all that happened. So over here, all that's left is 1 Seraphim with hand flamers, and Celestine. She has 1 wound on her. I have Canis, who has 2 wounds on him. Celestine's been doing work. And then the rest of my squad, which is perfectly fine. My Lord has 2 wounds on him. 4 wolves left. They've taken that squad down to 3 sisters. Those sisters just managed to kill my Thunderwolves. So there's 8 of them left, and it's the start of my next turn. I did immobilize and arm and destroy the Exorcist, so all that's left is my assault on my turn, and then his turn. He has movement, shooting, and assault. We will come back to you at the bottom of the 4th, or if there's a bottom of a little bit sad 4th turn. The Seraphim and Celestine were wiped out after killing Canis by the Thunderwolves. Celestine did not get back up on her turn, sadly. My Wolf Lord and Wolves managed to wipe out that Battle Sister squad. His Battle Sister squad came over, killed half of my Wolf unit, which passed its leadership check, and now we're going to go up to the top of the 5th turn, which is most likely the last turn. Alright, so we're at the top of the 5th turn, but at the end of the turn, we just finished the assault phase. Effectively, right now, the Sisters of Battle have been tabled, but Celestine's still on the ground, and he has his 5th turn available, so he's going to see if he can get back up.
Alright.
Make it so.
Get back up, roll.
God, that's a 1 both times. Celestine... So he has 6 faith and nothing to do with it. So boobity boobity boo, we get to the end of the turn. Let's roll to see if the game continues. It does not. So that was a very good game for our practice battle. We left off with having 2 Frenzian Wolves, a completely untouched 3-man Thunderwolf unit, and 2 wounds on my Wolf Lord. I did manage to destroy both heavy support, so I got the bonus 100 for that, and I'm contesting objectives, so I'd get a bonus 100 for that. So at the end of the game, that puts me at 1,200 points. Good times, sexy times. All right, see you guys next time.